let go. What's that? What's that? Let go. Yeah.
Oh, you want some more? Wanna get off floors? Wanna open doors? Wanna walk on moons? Oh, you want that soon? Better pay your dues now, nigga.
What is good, everybody? This is your man Teasy Jones, the wrestling theme song. Guys, you know me. You know, we appreciate you for tuning into another Swerve City podcast, Teasy's Table Edition. I am here, you know, feeling good. Life is good, just moving around about my day. And, you know, I hit up a legend in the game, somebody who, you know, is one of the best producers, A&Rs to do it. This man has helped break so many artists, and you know, if you know him from many walks of life, acting, producing, many things in the world, this man has always been, you know, one of the most thorough dudes in the game, especially for me watching for a long period of time. And I'm blessed to have this man with his knowledge and everything that he's done, continuing to do. And on this show, we love to give our people flowers. I'd like to bring my brother Memphitz to the Teasy Table Swerve City podcast. What is good, bro? What's good,
What's
family?
going on, brother? I was looking for that dude you was describing when you was describing. I was looking around. Like, where he at?
you know,
No, I appreciate that.
You know, as black men, man, we gotta accept our roses, brother, because you know we gotta pick for them out here. But when we get them, we gotta take them.
I sure appreciate that, for real. What's going on, T?
Hey, man, you know, I like to start this out with the first question that a lot of us entertainers don't get asked a lot. How's life?
Okay.
How you doing?
My life is good. I'm in a good place. I'm around family. I'm around music. I'm around all the type of things that I probably should be around. You know what I mean? So it's like, I told a lot of people, I kind of like go away sometimes because I want to live life. I want to see new things. I want to experience new people. I want to see what's going on in the world. And then I come back and then I start listening to music and I see what's out there. That's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. And I'm back. And I feel like it's time for my second run of what I do. First time around, people couldn't see me. So it's a little different now because people can see me. And now I just kind of like, I'm just going to work quietly because I want to get that back to basics and make sure I don't want them to see it. I want them to feel it. I don't need to be seen. I just want them to feel me.
As an A&R and being someone who's been behind many, you know, great projects as in, you know, with T-Pain, Youngbloods, you name it, you've done so much in the industry. What is the main thing that you look for as being a great eye of talent? What is the main thing you're looking for in an artist when you're searching?
I'm looking for, as an A&R, I'm pretty much looking for genuine people. I'm looking to see what kind of lifestyle they're into, I didn't used to do this at first. I would just sign anything, but it didn't matter what it was around. But now I feel like I have a responsibility of the things I sign, you know? So it's like, you have a responsibility for the things that you put out into the world, because I'm the first one that has the responsibility of to either help it get out and push it to its core or to its maximum potential, or I'm the person that's like, okay, you know what, that ain't really my vibe. Let that person over there do it. But it's kind of like, first off, does the music sound good? That's the first thing that gets my attention, of course. Is it pleasant to my ears? Does it put me into any of the emotions that music is supposed to put you into? Then second of all, I kind of check out the artist and I see what kind of person the artist is, you know, where they come from. Because I appreciate everybody's story, because everybody has a story. So it's like the story is there, the artist. Then I kind of, you know, looks don't really matter to me, but the art usually takes over the looks. Like, I know a lot of people like, if it don't look right, we ain't gonna mess with it because it's not marketable. But it's a lot of things. I don't really care about stuff like that as much, because you never know the packaging that an artist may come in, a real artist may come in. So sometimes it looks good, sometimes it ain't that good, but you got to make a decision on what you're trying to get out there and do that. So I like to know if the artist has vision or not of their own, on their own, because I'm a visionary. So it's like, to work with another visionary, it just makes the work easier, you know. So that's pretty cool.
I want to ask you, as someone who's been around both sides of the game in the industry and has seen so many changes and things that is, you know, kind of taken foot now that was different from back then. So, you know, nowadays, obviously, it's about the streaming and the visual things. As back then, you know, you still had the CDs and the press kits and everything. What do you think is there been the advantage and disadvantages for the streaming era now? Do you think it's easier? Do you think it's harder? How do you feel?
I feel like the streaming era is set up more for the independent artist to win and to be an owner now. It's like why do at first the major labels owned everything. The artist is getting crumbs. Like, I know people that have super artists that you might know about, and their deals are like 85-15. The labels way 85-15 to the 85 to the majors, and they only getting 15. You know these songs, you love these songs, but the artist is only getting 15% of what's being made from them songs. So those are how the old deals were set up. And now with the independent game being so strong, now that has flipped around. Now the artists are owning 80 and 85% of their music and just using the distribution labels, or if they get big enough, and the majors are calling and they're in control, and the label wants to be in business with them, then the numbers switch sides. I always tell artists, like, yeah, it's cool to be knocking on labels' doors. Really, it ain't cool to be knocking on labels' doors. You can do that if you want to and be like, oh, I'm this person. But it's even more cool when the label sees the work you've been putting in and they're knocking on your door. So I kind of like stress to artists, like, do the work that needs to be done, because if you do the work that needs to be done, the labels are going to be knocking on your door, and you're not bamming on their door trying to plead to them your case and who you are and why you should be heard. Make them come to you, and that starts with some work beforehand. And that's what I try to provide to the artists these days, because streaming, they make, you can make a lot of money. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, for every million streams you get, it's only about that equals out to about $4,000. So
That's
people,
it.
like, that's all it is. So it's like, so if you really doing your work, I mean, that's cool if you're getting that, that's monthly for you and everything. But it's like, that's definitely what's going on out here these days. Hold on, how did that? Okay, yeah. So it's like, I just try to explain the business to them now. Like, it's better business for the independent if you're doing the work. Now, sometimes art, these labels will come and see first quarter, especially, they might see you getting hot over the winter, and in January they just taking chances on things. You might go in that way, but for the artists that don't get in that way, it's like, do the work, get yourself out there. These companies now, they want to be in business with businesses.
Mm.
They want to be in business with businesses. Like, that's with anybody, any independent. If I'm gonna sign something or put my money into something, I want to see that this person already has proven that they can make money whether I was here or not.
Right.
And if they
Right.
can prove that they was going to be making money whether I was here or not, then yes, I want to be in business with them. Now, that doesn't say that there's not real talent like out here that doesn't have that's not doing that. Still real talent. I never lose my original A&R sense and my eye for real talent. So on the one side, while I might be developing something super real, sometimes, the thing that's driving the numbers, it's all kind of reasons. Numbers are going up and streams are going crazy. It could be a TikTok fad. It could be anything that could be doing this. Not saying they're talented for real. It's just a lot of people. They're popular. You can get paid being popular now as well, but never to forget that there's real talent out here that may not have the avenues. But I always keep my eye open and ears open for real talent versus the stuff that we always looking for numbers and making sure the numbers equal out and making sure these people are doing what they're supposed to do. So it's a difference, but it all pays in the end.
All right. Thank you for that information, man. Because me as
Of
an
course.
artist myself, I know exactly, you have a pulse on what's going on in the game, and you see everything that's happening. You have a bird's eye view to everything. So it's great to give these artists advice, you know what I mean, on what is
Exactly.
needed. But every interview, that I do, me as an entertainer myself, I like to
Okay.
switch it up and ask fun questions too,
All right, let's
because
go.
I don't like to do the redundant same thing. You do a lot of
Exactly,
interviews,
exactly,
everybody
exactly,
asks you the
exactly.
same 17 things 50 million times informative, but we can have some fun too and do a multiple choice here and ask you these fun questions and switch it up a little bit so we can switch
Let's
the
go.
energy. All right. I'm gonna pick you. You got to pick one or the other, okay?
All right, let's
One or
go.
the other. Stone Cold or The Rock?
Easy to rock.
Why? Why The Rock?
I just
For
like
my
because he
wrestling
just
fans that's watching.
listen. Even though I love Stone Cold and he's a tough guy, The Rock is just more animated. I'm an animated person. The Rock is like just setting up just I just love The Rock. Like, who you love?
Out of either one,
It doesn't matter who you love.
Yo, hey, yo,
Ah!
hey, yo, listen, wrestling fans. 90% of this of my fan base is wrestling fans because that's me in the wrestling business. He got
Yeah.
me. He got me. He got me.
Exactly. That's why I love The
Oh
Rock. You never know
shit!
what
And
The Rock is gonna
I'm
do.
not
Like,
editing out shit. Editor, keep that.
exactly. Exactly.
He got me. You gotta keep that. He
You
got
dig?
me. It doesn't matter who I like. Yo, that's fire. You got me, dog. You got
Exactly.
me.
That's what's up.
All right. NBA or NFL? You had to choose one.
NFL all day. Because
NFL
I
guy.
just look. I mean, I'm supposed to be a Titans fan, but I'm a Raiders fan, hardcore Raiders fan, and that's for my dad.
Oh, you a Titan? You ain't a Titans fan? I'm a Titans fan. I'm from New York. I'm a Titans fan. I'm a
I
Titans
love
fan.
the Titans. I love the Titans, but I hate to seem disloyal because the Titans weren't around when I was growing up in Memphis. So it's like my dad was a Raiders lover, and I immediately got onto the Raiders, and I just kind of stuck to it. But at the same time, I would never root against the Titans. I'll
Well,
just
I
be
tell
quiet.
you,
You know what I'm saying?
as
But
a
it's Grizzlies all day long around here.
let me show you, man. Shout out to John Morant, my favorite NBA player. See, I got my
Ooh,
Titan
Lord.
sticker right here.
That boy can't.
I'm loyal, bro. But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We found a way to mess it up. Woo!
Hey, don't even talk. Hey, it's better than the. I ain't gonna even say nothing. It's better than the Raiders, man.
I
You know
went
what?
to this last Titans game. I live in Florida. So we went to the last game of the season where we was going to the playoffs against the Jaguars. I was in the stands tight, bro. I went to the game, bro, and we lost that game last minute. I was so mad,
Oh
man.
no.
It's just, man. I don't know, bro.
I don't know
It's
why.
just
I feel like both sports are exciting, but I feel like I'm more of a. Even when I play basketball, people say I'm playing basketball because I'm like a linebacker on the court. It's like I always incorporate football in that. It's like football was like always one of my dreams as well. I never really got to do my football dreams like that. You know, I played a little semi-pro, but just because of things and how I grew up, I couldn't really play like that. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of took the fact that I couldn't really play sports in school and things like that until I got out of school, and I kind of took that hunger for sports and football, and I kind of took it to the music business, and I treat the music business as if I'm in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, as you should, bro. Let me ask you this.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're picture this. You're walking down
Okay.
the street, right?
All right.
To your left, it's a Michael Jackson concert. To the right, you see a Muhammad Ali Frazier fight in their prime. Where you going?
Now that's just rude.
I like these questions. I like to ask them.
Damn, that is fucked up.
Got him.
I'm I'm gonna go to the Muhammad Ali fight.
Most people say Mike. Everybody goes Mike. Like, wow.
I want to see that real life Rocky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
as much as I love Michael Jackson as my favorite artist in the whole wide world, I would see Muhammad Ali. I would see a Muhammad Ali fight. I need to see that. I need to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Ali when I'm just life-wise, like all the things he went through. Not that Mike didn't go through things, but Ali went through so many things and came back from it, and and I just feel like he's a testament to my life, like like being up, then being down, then coming back and fighting through all these things, having a big mouth. People call it a big mouth, but he's backing it up. So it's like I love it. I love it better than I don't know. I love that story better than I love the story of Mike. That's all I'm gonna say. But absolutely. I love Mike so much. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay,
that was rough.
I know, bro. I thought about it. I had to think about it because normally that gets everybody. I'm like, damn, that's not easy. Like, nah, it's not. It's not because it depends on, so many factors depend on what choice that's gonna be.
I know.
You know what I mean? So many factors, and you gonna miss something. Either way, you're gonna miss something.
I'm like, to see Mike in action would be amazing as well. It's like I don't know how to do that, but that's crazy. Okay, but
okay,
I think Ali. I'll move on because I don't feel bad.
I got you. Okay, so you take this into the music industry, right?
Okay.
What process? What type of leadership do you think would more fit you in winning? Is it the Michael Jordan type mentality or the LeBron type mentality? Which one?
Jordan every time. Jordan. I feel like I'm not saying that LeBron is not a killer, but he's not the killer instinct that comes with Mike. Mike is
The animal instinct, bro.
yeah. It's
It's
like
just
it's in you. It got to be in you.
yeah.
You know. So I'm picking Mike every time, even against Kobe.
Mm,
Because
yeah.
Kobe mimicked Mike. Like
he
I
learned
seen
from the
some stuff
doctor.
where
Yeah, he learned from he learned from him.
he literally mimicked him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, it's like I'm going with Mike every time. I don't care who. It's almost like the Ali Mike question, but it's like Jordan versus Mike, Jordan versus LeBron. I'm going 2-3 every time. The Jordan MJ 2-3 tongue out.
That's a
Boom.
fact. That's
It
a
is.
fact. Okay, let's go
Exactly.
to a motivational question.
Okay.
You right here, right now, at this current point in your life, right?
Okay.
And you walk into a room and you see the young 15-year-old you. What's the one thing you tell yourself?
Don't get down about the bad times because the bad times are building your character of who you're going to be. Like you don't even know who you're going to be yet. Like you're not the 15-year-old you is the 15-year-old you that's learning the stuff that the 15-year-old you should be learning right now. The 20-year-old you is the same. The 30-year-old you is the same. It keeps going. You continually growing into this thing that you're going to be that nobody knows yet except God. And you're following this story and you're writing this story as you go, but you're being guided by a force that's greater than you or the people around that's judging you for things. You could be up one day and down the next, and that does not mean that you're gonna be down forever. It don't mean you're gonna be up forever. It's like just stay on the course and stay alive, nigga.
that's a fact, bro. That is an
Exactly.
absolute fact, bro. I was sitting there looking through my history as well, and I'm like, you know what? Let's give a shout out to our strong friends, right? Who's the person that if the day goes bad, good, you or her or him can disagree. Who's that person that you call in life? Give a shout out to that one person. Who's that one person you can pick up the phone and call, and you know they're going to answer that phone, and whether good or bad, they're going to stick by you.
Visha.
Hi, Visha.
Visha's my manager. Visha, put your head in here.
She the best, man. She's the best. Hi, Queen. How you doing?
That's Mama Queen Visha right there, baby.
She's the best, man. She's the best. It's always good to have that kind of person like that. You know what I mean? It's always good to have that person that got your back through all, and no matter what happens, they're always your support system, and that's what you need. You always need that. You always need that, and not many people have that because either way, you just want to be able to have dependable people in your life that you can show support to. But let me show Lord to my wrestle fans one more time real quick, because our core artist is this. Now, you started a company.
Okay.
You started a wrestling company today. And it's like, go back to your times when you was watching it. I don't know if you still do, but back in your day when you was watching it, however you pick it.
All right.
You start one today. Who your heavyweight champion? Who that person you starting the company with? A male heavyweight champ.
Boxing or wrestling?
Wrestling.
I'm going back to The Rock. I'm going to Triple H. I'm going to who am I going? Hold on. Memphis Wrestlers. Let me think. Jerry Lawler is what he wait. Oh yeah, definitely
Jerry Lawler, old school.
Jerry Lawler, old school. That boy go all the way back. Yep, Jerry Lawler, The Rock.
What's that Randy Man?
And well, I know I like Randy, but I'm let me see. Let me think. Let me get before I do this.
I like these type of questions. Make you think.
Yeah. Woo!
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, baby.
You can't go wrong with Rick, bro. Woo! You can't go wrong with Rick, bro. He gonna carry your company. He gonna carry your company.
Spilling, lady stealing, hot goddamn mojo you ever seen in your life. Woo! And I'm here I'm going Ric Flair. Ric Flair, The Rock, Jerry Lawler, and Triple H.
Well, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
would your wrestler name be Memphitz if you was a wrestler?
My name would be My wrestling name. What am I?
These wrestlers be having some old generic names like
I would keep Memphitz.
It
I would
fit
keep
though.
Memphitz.
It fits
I would
though.
keep it.
It fit.
I would
It
keep it.
fit. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Yeah.
that's what's up.
I'll make
Okay.
it. I'll make it popping. I'll make it popping. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
ask you. Let me ask you this: out of all the things you've done in the
Yeah.
industry, all the great things that you've done, what is the one moment you could say you're most proud of in the industry that you've done, music related? Like you
In
say,
the
you know what?
industry.
I'm so happy I did this. If I stop tomorrow, I'm good with it.
Um, the thing I'm most proud of is actually leaving Memphis and following my dreams to New York. Because if I didn't have if I wasn't raised in Memphis and had the hunger to move to New York, or the balls to get up and leave a place like Memphis and move to New York, then none of this stuff ever happens. It's a lot of great stuff came after I moved to New York, but the moving to New York was the jump that nobody thought I would complete.
Took a lot of.
It was a scary jump, and I can't think of a jump that was scarier than that. And especially in the midst of, I had a lot going on, like, you know, in my family, and there was a lot of things going on. It was like my dad, whole nother story. My dad was murdered and all kind of stuff was going on, but I just was like, I had to make a decision on leaving my family here to deal with the bulk of that, or head to New York and start this school that started with or without me. And I just jumped and left, and I just, I know what my dad would have wanted me to do, and my mom told me the same, and I left, and my life changed, and that jump was everything for me.
Amen. First, man, salute to you and your family. Sorry for the lost family.
Yes.
Salute to you
Oh, yeah.
and the family. And, congratulations to you for taking that jump, man, and spreading them wings, brother, because, a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't know how to keep working through the adversity. And sometimes that's all you got is your dream and your work. And, through everything that you go through, you have to keep pushing because things are going to happen. Life's going to happen. And there's no rule book. There's no rule book for it. I always tell people, the entertainment industry is not like the grocery store you go to where you get a job, you know what you're going to do every day. You stock groceries from 2 to 10, you get off, you come back Tuesday, you do the same exact thing. Here, it's not like that.
It's something different every day.
It's something different every day.
But it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you on your toes at all times.
It does.
And I like that.
And that's the great thing about this business is you learn how to, like you said, you learn how to be a visionary, and you also learn how to adapt in a split second when something changes. Exactly. And that's the great thing about it, is being able to do that. With everything that you've done, if there's anything that you could change, what would you change about the industry? If anything you could change, what would you change? You had the power to change it. What would you change that thing could be improved?
I would take it back to where I would take it back to a time where people recognized real talent and stars, and it wasn't something everybody could do. And it made it so much harder to find the real stars. I would take it back to a time where it was really labels saw talent, got behind it, and pushed it. I'm not that I don't appreciate now, but it's just, I just appreciate real stars and real talent, So it is what it is, That's what I wish would happen, or if it was still like that. Because the art of A&R, the art of A&R. A&R kind of got, I would say the A&R got kind of pushed out by the DJ. Not that because the DJ had the records first, I guess the DJ, but A&R was always taught to me as A&R as a talent. It's not a skill. DJing is a skill, A&R is a talent. Being able to notice something right off. But they go hand in hand. So I really wish, would go back to where the DJ and the A&R were working hand in hand again.
Amen. Now, with all the career accomplishments that you have, and we always say on the podcast and on the Source City podcast that you get to a point where you're not new anymore, and you get to the realm of legacy, and you're in the game for so long that you just get to the point where you've accomplished a lot of things you want to do, but you become from the new cat from the underdog to legacy mode to kind of being an underdog again. I think we all go through that because it's peaks and valleys. So you kind of get your point. You the underdog, you get to that point where everything's undeniable to people, and then you go back to the underdog where you kind of got to prove yourself again.
Exactly.
And that's what keeps us going. Do you feel that with all you've done, you can answer honestly, do you feel like you get the roses you deserve in what you do?
I don't feel like I get the roses that I deserve, but I'm not really worried about it either. But I just like to keep working. It's like I feel like my musical roses kind of got covered up by my TV appearance. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes I feel like when I jump on the TV screen, that's the guy that took over. Like my TV life put shade on top of my musical accomplishment. And now that people are finding out, like, wait a minute, he didn't just pop up on TV. It's like all these musical accolades that come with this guy. And I feel like as I go, like I said, as I go and I keep growing into this thing, that whatever God has planned that I'm growing into, people starting to realize what I am, because sometimes I don't even know what I am yet. You know what I mean?
Amen to that.
That's the beauty of the journey,
Preaching the mirror there. It's like each and every day we're going through that, brother. It's like we're stacking up our legacy each and every day, trying to reinvent ourselves, right?
Yeah, sometimes people take this shit too serious and forget like life is supposed to be fun too, Like, don't forget it's supposed to be fun. Don't forget the music business. It's a business and it can't run without the business of it. But don't forget that this is music. This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to love this right here. And if you don't love it, it's not really, I don't even think you should be in it. Like, so just make sure whatever you do, make sure you love it. Because if you love it, it's not work.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Quick question. I'd like to switch it up.
Okay.
You're on an island.
Yep.
You're taking your trip to the island, and like I always say, disclaimer: you ain't like Tom Hanks on Castaway, where you ain't got nothing but some damn sticks and water. It ain't like that. But you're on an island, and you're there for 3 days. You can only bring the portable CD player with you, the old school, not like streaming where you can pick a bunch of stuff. The old school portable Walkman anti-skip CD player, taking it back.
Yeah,
you could bring one CD. What you bringing?
The Chronic.
Great.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that, dog.
Because I'm about to be high if I'm by myself. I'm out of there. Every song on the Chronic, you can get high to. I'm out there rolling up trees, grass, everything. So I need the Chronic playing the whole time. I'll make it through the whole trip until they find me if I got the Chronic on me.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Absolutely, man. I definitely want to ask you this too for the last few minutes before we wrap this up here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As far as you and your legacy and everything that you're doing, continue to do, what do you think like caused that mindset? Because you have a very mature mindset in how you feel about your legacy and what you're doing. Did that come from just experience? God knows we're all in this, and we're all like, for wrestling music, I've started feeling like, oh man, I went to this point where I was like, oh man, I'm not getting my appreciation. But then you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I just got to keep working and doing what I'm doing and keep pushing. What developed that mindset? Because not everybody has that mindset you have. What developed that?
Bumping my head a lot and realizing that as much as I think I'm in control, I'm not.
Amen.
God got this. I put it in his hands, and I just kind of like, I'm in the car, but I ain't driving. I got my hands on the wheel, but I ain't, let's not get fancy. Like I didn't really, I don't know where I'm going. He gives me certain, I can turn here, I can turn there. I bump my head. He's like, okay, get back on, but it's like, let him you driving, but let him guide you. He's guiding me. And it causes me to relax because I know he got me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you know God got you, or whoever you believe in, if you know they got you, then just drive.
Amen.
I don't think they're gonna let you go off the road. They ain't gonna let you go off on the side. You ain't gonna fall off over the bridge. Just it's a feeling. Just drive. Drive and ride.
And I feel like, to add to that and to add to what you're saying, God put me through a point in my life recently for the first time in a long time, maybe about 8, 9 years, where I just had to sit for a while. And I'm such a workaholic that I wasn't used to it. I had to almost say, he's telling me to sit. He's telling me
Yep.
to calm down and just watch.
Yep.
I believe that guys like me and you and other great people in the industry, I always say this, it's an analogy. You got some people, you learn that sometimes in life you bust through the door and everybody wants to be John Wick with everything.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
sometimes you got to be that sniper up in the trees
Yep.
with the sniper rifle and the camouflage, just waiting for that
Yep.
shot. And you only need
The big
one.
one. The big one.
You only need one shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once you learn how to adapt and move that way, everything gets
Yes.
much easier because you're waiting. You learn the patience. You learn you learn timing. You learn waiting. You learn that you don't have to bust through with the shotgun for everything like you used to.
Exactly.
And once you go comfortable with that, your moves are a lot more calculated. You're a lot more smart because you see everything around you that's coming. You're living off senses and feeling. You're not just busting through the door and waiting to see what happens. So,
Exactly.
that's the great thing about being able to, give it to God and give it to the Lord, is being able to trust in faith and to know that he always is going to have your back. No matter what, he's always going to have your back. And good times, bad times, whatever goes on in life, because we all have our trials and tribulations, and nobody can cast a stone on anybody because we've all been through it. So,
Exactly.
one last thing I want to ask you, because as guys, before we pre-record, he's in the studio cooking up. He working as he always is. He's in the studio. I'm in my home office cooking up, and
Yes, sir.
I don't want to keep Legends times forever. But one thing I do want to do, man, and to ask you, for not just for up and coming artists, because that's the easy question to ask, but for people, any advice to people about achieving dreams and the coming university, what advice do you have for them as well? For anybody who's watching this, all my wrestle folks, up and coming artists, anybody in the world, just for people in general, any advice for them for overcoming? What do you say?
I would just say, just make sure you love yourself. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things going on in this world where you started, you looking at Instagram, you're looking at how everybody else is living, and like just knowing that Instagram is an illusion, and it's like, love yourself. Like, how you gonna love somebody else if you don't love yourself? How you gonna believe in somebody else if you don't believe in yourself? Like, don't forget about you. Don't forget about you when you're taking care of all these things in your life. Like, sit down sometimes and remember, what about me? Like, love yourself. If you love yourself, you ain't got no problem going through adversity, because you're like, you know what, this is a time in my life where I got to figure this out. It's like, turn this into fun. Like, even the downtime, when you're down, make it fun. I know that's hard to say, but you got to make this life is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be a journey to where you're learning things. You bump your head, you figure this out, you figure that out. It's a test. Everything's a test. Like, I know it's a lot of tests, but just enjoy the ride. Like, everybody trying to rush and get to something. Like, why don't you enjoy the ride and appreciate the journey that you're on? Because once you get where you're going, you're gonna have to turn around and be like, yo, that was a crazy ride, yo. Like,
Amen.
appreciate the ride. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate this ride. The journey is everything. Like, the destination is cool, but the journey is the journey is the fun part to me. Up or down.
First, before I wrap this up and give my closing statements here, I've always been an admirer of your work, of what you've done. I remember I remember going to in my freshman year, freshman year in high school, going to get the Young Bloods taping when I'm in Florida. So I know when I'm in Florida, literally watching T-Pain become it. Like, I'm here in high school, I'm 35, so I'm here all this time, like 08, 07, Barton, Rapper, all this stuff, and knowing that you behind them projects and seeing what you've done, all the singles you've produced, everything, all the hosting and everything that you've done, you know what I mean? It's an honor to be able to have your time to speak to you,
bro.
And it keeps me motivated. And me, in my world, I do hip hop, I do wrestling themes for all the wrestlers when they come out and all that. You know what I mean? So
I want to help with that. I want to help with that sometimes.
I was just about to say, you can tell Miss Visha, wherever we'll talk, wherever you located, I will personally come to you. And if you down,
Let's go.
We can do it. That's all I'm saying. If down, I think that's a world, that's something new for you. And working with a legend yourself, you can teach me some things.
Exactly. And you can teach me some things. I'm forever learning stuff.
And for real, and we can, wherever, if that's your humble area right there, she let me know. I'll come right up to you, brother.
Let's go.
So
I'm in.
All right, brother. That sounds like a plan. I'll be in touch with her, and we'll see sometime in 2023. I'm gonna be right there next to you, brother.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm actually putting together a little union right now. It's called the Sound Mob. I'm putting all different kind of producers together, including myself. And it's like, I like to start off the beat. I love the collaboration of different producers. Sometimes producers are always like, oh, I did the beat, I did the beat, I did the beat, I did the beat. But I like when a couple people did the beat. When two great people, three great people got on the same track and it was a collab, and then now it's even bigger than it would have been. I don't care if a person put 2-3 sounds in it and the other person put 5 in it, but it was a collab, and I love collab tracks. So it's like I'm starting this thing right now. It's called the Sound Mob, and it's and I feel like it's gonna be huge. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, that's
so
dope.
One stop shop for the hits.
That is dope, brother. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Davisha, for setting this up. I appreciate you for once again for the inspiration, the time, and I'll let you get to your session and what you're cooking up. Time is money, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you
taking the time out. I will be in touch with Visha. Link up sometime this year. I'm on the Susie schedule. I'm on the flight there, brother. Just let me know.
Yes, sir. Let's go. I was about to say, I appreciate you for having me. Everybody out there, it's the Real Memphitz on Instagram. If you need anything from me, business-wise only, hit up Visha 901 to buy her bio. Her link is in my bio. I want to say shout out to all my living loved ones that I love every day, and I want to say shout out to my dead loved ones as well, my dad, everybody, and shout out and rest in peace to my homegirl and my sister, Gangsta Boo. Mafia.
Hey, shout out to her, man. Love to Miss Boo. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Memphitz, man. It's love, bro.
Easy, I appreciate it, man. I see the 700,000 streams on top of your head. You ain't fooling nobody with that. I see you, boy.
Hey, man, that's a wrestling joint too. So it's a little money. It's a little money. It's a little something.
I see you, dog.
It's all right. I just want
to. That's a big number. That's a big number. That ain't 7,000. That's 700,000.
You know what I mean? That man, hey man, you got billions. So I'm not. Hey man,
it's okay.
Little on me, bro.
Time, baby. Lay one brick. Lay a brick every day. Lay one brick every day. And
Thank you, my brother. I will be in touch, man. To you and her. Thank you so much again, man. All the artists out there, back there in the studio with Mev. Great work, guys. Keep killing it. And I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you guys soon, man. God bless, brother.
Already, man. Shout out to all your fans too.
Peace. Thank you. Peace.